I'm Simone Douglas, co-founder of the Hospo Owners collective, publican at the Duke of Brunswick Hotel. I've watched our industry get decimated now for 2 years, day after day after day. Broken promise after broken promise. You said you're not taking health advice from the hospitality industry, Premier. We're not giving you health advice. We're giving you economic advice. We're fighting for our lives and those of our staff.
I'm about to get a second job so my business can continue to afford to employ its existing employees. But didn't you say that the introduction of checking in would further open up the economy and continue to support existing jobs?
We are minimum 50% down. My staff don't have any shifts and my tills are definitely not ringing, Mr. Marshall. You promised us no more lockdowns, no more punishments, and that industry would get back to normal. We're still waiting.
We've lost over $100,000 in event cancellations and event bookings. Our restaurant is empty every day, and all of our casual staff have been stood down since Boxing Day. But you said, instead, side by side, small business.
Weren't we told that once we reach 80% vaccination rates, we'll get back to normal? Aren't we now over 90% and running at a fraction of our capacity? Why?
We've lost more than $50,000 in event bookings just this month, and our casual staff haven't had a single shift since Christmas. People are now too scared to hold events. But you said you were opening the borders because we were ready to live with COVID.
We've lost almost all of our bookings for all of January and most of February now too. People are too scared to go out and celebrate, but you said South Australia was the safest place in the world to be during COVID.
Our doors are closed. Ridiculous capacity restrictions have hindered our business unviable. We open. Lost 3 staff. Just me and my chef just hanging in there. Stephen Marshall, you said at 80% vaccinated, 16 and over, we'd be able to open up. Not the case, obviously. You also said our tills were ringing. Also not the case.
No dancing and crazy restrictions means no weddings and now no work for any of our suppliers or venues. But you said you were protecting South Australian jobs.
We're doing everything possible to pivot, to get people in. We're not a big business, we're a small business. At the moment, we've had to restrict most of our hours because we want to help our staff. We've got 14 people that rely on us as income. And, you know, that's a bit sad when you've got to restrict a lot of hours to get through and just break even. And that's all we're doing in some respects. And some of us are losing more and more money on top of that. Mr. Marshall, we need you to rethink your narrative. We need you to rethink, please, the restrictions. We understand you don't take the advice from the hospitality industry when it comes to health and safety. We could have worked this out together as South Australians in this pandemic together, because that's what you said. You said we were all in this together. But Mr. Marshall, we feel like we're not in this. We need you to rethink the narrative, Mr. Marshall. We need you to rethink the restrictions before it's too late, before good people, more good people, close their business and put more good South Australians out of work.
Jason Makarenko, co-founder of Hospo Owners Collective and co-owner of Last Seen. Premier, you told us we wouldn't have restrictions any longer than we needed them. Well, it's nearly been 700 days. You opened our borders, you closed our businesses. Over 60,000 people without work. no shifts, doors are closed, an industry decimated, and we're all in this together? Really, Premier? March 19 is approaching, and so is imminent change. It's not too late, Stephen. We implore you, please look after our industry and give our industry a fighting chance.